Hi, Brian Dean with Caring Palms Healing Arts. Light and shadow. Could we be talking light and darkness? Yeah, we could be. We have both inside us. Are they in balance? Which takes up more of us? Could we be talking good and bad? Yeah. Could we be talking good and evil? Possibly. When we talk about light, we talk about helping people, working in the light. Somebody who's doing something that is specifically helping somebody else. They're working in the light. We could be talking about seeing things from an enlightened perspective. That little bit of gift that lets us rise above the general consensus and sees things from a slightly different perspective. And of course, we're going to talk about the Jedi and staying with the light side of the Force. Going out, doing deeds, helping people, okay? Doesn't necessarily mean that we have to be global. It could just be within ourselves, for ourselves, within our family, okay? Working, helping somebody with a project, helping them with a task, helping them get up the stairs if they're having trouble. It could be as simple as making a comment like, "Hi, you look really nice today." In doing that, you spread light. You're giving out positive energy, and that positive energy is affecting others for the good. So you are doing work within the light, okay? Those in the healing arts, especially those who do with complementary alternative modalities like Reiki practitioners, reflexologists, mediums, energy workers of all kind, they work closely in the light because it takes a certain calmness, a certain focus, a certain, just to connect to the energies. It takes that mindset of focusing their gifts to be able to connect and bring that healing energy into people to make them feel better. They are very much working within the light. Yeah, one could say they make light work of everything. Ba-dum-bum. But now shadow, anger, fear. We go back again to the dark side of the Force. Okay? But it doesn't mean we go there for a long time. It doesn't mean we stay there. Somebody did something and you reacted negatively. And then you walked away and you forgot about it. Okay, maybe you could have come up with something better to not be negative. Maybe you didn't need to be angry. Maybe you could have just made your point without the anger. But you went dark just for that moment. It's not a long-term commitment. It's something to look at for the future. Say, okay, how could I have done that better? Okay. Fear. We all have fears. We all have anger. The law of attraction says we draw to us what we put the most energy into. If we spend a lot of our time in fear, guess what? We're bringing our fears to us. We're bringing our fears right back into us. So instead of keeping them away, we're bringing them in. Now, going back to the Jedi, anger leads to fear. Fear leads to suffering. Suffering, yes, leads to the dark side of the Force. And although that quote was from the fictional little green person, Yoda, it is very real and very true. Because the more of our time we spend in anger, the more of our time we spend in fear, we spend more time in the darkness. We do things from the darkness, not from the light. And that is something to be very, very aware of, okay? But we all have this shadow. We all have anger. You can be the most enlightened person in the world until some jerk comes over and cuts you off in traffic, and, wow, there's anger. They almost cause you to make an accident. But the real key to enlightenment is, how long do you hold on to that? Did you get mad and really get pumped up? Did you drive your car up next to theirs and flip them off at the traffic light? Did you go home and think of it at night and have it interrupt your sleep? Or did you just let it go? That is part of overcoming the shadow, is fine, you went to dark for a second and you come right back to the light. You let it go. You laughed about it. Okay? Nothing happened other than, gee, your heartbeat skipped a couple beats for a minute. But that just means you're alive. Okay? Your heart's still beating? That just means you're alive. So, the key that we want to think about is we want to keep that shadow side at a very low level. Not let it rise up and overcome you. I had an experience with somebody a couple weeks ago that they were getting really angry for no reason. And I was trying to stay calm, but I felt all this anger starting to rise up within me, and I really wanted to explode at them, and I said, no. And it all just drained out of me in an instant. I was able to deal with the situation without anger, without going to the dark side, calmly, efficiently, even kindly, but I did not maintain the anger. I let it go, and that's something that we need to do. If we go there, walk away from it. But we have to all understand that we've got it in us. Carly Simon years ago wrote a song and sung a song said, "You're So Vain." Scott Kalkstein did a parody of that song. He titled it "You're So Light." And one of the lines was, "You're so light, I'll bet you think you don't have a shadow." Guess what? We all have shadow. We all have light. No matter how good we think we are, we have both sides. The trick is, how do we manage them? Take care. May light be with you.